Hi, I'm Lori Fangio, and I'm coming to you from my kitchen in McKinney, Texas, where I've been taking on the Philadelphia Cream Cheese Contest, the Real Women of Philadelphia. And today I'm filming a dessert. It's the final week of the competition. It's been so much fun. But today I'm actually making one of my family's favorite desserts, and it uses lots of Philadelphia cream cheese, so you know it's going to be rich and creamy. And guess what it is? Well, it's a cheesecake. And I already have my crust done, but I've taken a few changes to this recipe, and I want to just tell you about it. This is a no-bake crust. It's a graham cracker crust, and all I did was crushed up graham crackers, put a little sugar, and melted butter. But one little twist is that I added some ground up almonds, and all you do is just put whole almonds in your food processor and grind them up until they make a sort of a flour-like consistency, and you just add half a cup to the rest of the crust ingredients. And then all you do is mix it up and push it into the bottom of an 8-inch springform pan. Now this cheesecake recipe it's a classic, but I've made a few changes. I really like the flavor of toffee, and so we're adding some toffee flavors, and that's why I thought the ground almonds would be good in the crust. Now, what do I have in my mixer? Well, I've already started. I put 5 8-ounce containers of Philadelphia cream cheese in my mixer, and I've already beat that up for 3 minutes. Now I'm going to turn this back on and add the rest of the ingredients. I want to show you how easy this filling is. Anybody can do this. So I'm going to turn my mixer back on. I'm going to add the sugar. So it's cream cheese and sugar. You know it's going to be good. Some vanilla, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now often when you're making a cheesecake, it'll call for lemon, but because I'm making a cheesecake that is going to have a toffee and caramel flavor to it, I'm not adding the lemon this time, just extra vanilla. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of flour, and then when that's all mixed in, I'm going to add my eggs. Now I'm going to add my eggs one at a time. This recipe calls for 3 eggs, and I've already cracked them, and I'm just going to add one at a time and let that come together. If you add all of your eggs at once, what can happen is your batter can break. It's too much liquid going into the cream at once. So you want to add them one at a time, and that keeps your batter from breaking. Now, one of the things that makes this cream cheese recipe of mine so delicious is that I also use heavy cream. And that's the last thing I'm going to put in. I'm going to put in half a cup of heavy cream. And then I'm going to let this whip for about 5 minutes before I put it in my crust. And what that's going to do is not only is it going to make this cheesecake really light and fluffy, but it's also going to make it very, very creamy. And when you cut into it and you put that in your mouth, it is like nothing else. It's satiny, it's silky. I think you're going to love it. I'm going to add my cream, and I'm going to whip this for 5 minutes. Okay, I've whipped this for 5 minutes. It's creamy and luscious, and it's ready to go into my crust that's already been prepared. But before we do that, we have to add our toffee flavoring. And Paula, I know how you feel about toffee. I think you're going to love this one. I'm going to sprinkle in my toffee bits, and you just buy these at the store. Or if you want, you could get a toffee bar and crush it. But I'm going to put quite a bit in the bottom of my crust. And when this bakes, that's going to melt, and that's going to be down in the crust and up in the cheesecake. Oh, it's going to be great. You're going to love it. And then when this is all baked, we're going to serve this with caramel sauce. There we go. Didn't want to let go. See how creamy and delicious that looks? And now I'm just going to pour this batter into my springform pan. Looks so good. My family is going to be so excited that they get to have this for dessert tonight. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just spread that out a little bit. And I've got my oven all preheated to 325 degrees. I'm going to put this into an oven. I'm going to bake it for 1 hour at 325 degrees, and then I'm going to turn my oven off and let it cool completely before I take it out. So it's going to be a few hours before I see you guys again. But when I come back, I'm going to plate this up with the most luscious caramel sauce and of course some whipped cream. So I'll see you back when the cheesecake is all done. Well, the cheesecake came out of the oven, and as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. It's creamy and delicious. And now I'm going to turn my toffee cheesecake into something you absolutely can't resist. I'm going to drizzle it with some caramel sauce, creamy caramel sauce, just a little bit. Oh, that looks so good. And I'm going to put a little bit of whipped cream on it. And now, just a few little sprinkles of toffee. And that's it. My creamy toffee cheesecake made with Philadelphia cream cheese. It's absolutely delicious. I hope you'll try my recipe today.